Hi, everybody. This is Marilyn. Do we have any audio? Yes, we do. Okay, great. Thanks. This is Welcome to My World at 2:30 on Monday, the 16th of November. And I will just take a couple of minutes to go over some things. I've had some questions, so I'll try to address some of those. At noontime, when we left off of crude oil, let's see. We were just completing this choppy business down in here. But once it cleared this red ice and this mountain started going down, this was these trades, this bus driver in crude oil tends to go from street to street. So when you see the bus driver coming right through here, the ice line, this is the low of yesterday or last trading session, and then clear settlement. The next logical stop is going to be right up here at the open, which was the high of the last session also. So from there, every time we got an E, there was an entry either off of the P or at the top of the E to, there was plenty of room to go to the magnet here. That was a good trade. You can reverse it off of here. If you notice, it went right down here to this power line, and those that power line stopped at this P. If you go to the 210, you'll find something. Let me see, what time is this? 12:46. You just kind of have to pay attention to a lot of this stuff. 12:46 right in here. Yeah, it went right down here. This looks like the EMA coming up on the 210 is a good stopping point to take profit right here. If it goes on farther, you can always get back in, but then it turned around and went on again. So it's just a matter of being observant enough and getting some perspective to see it coming off of these two streets right here and going up here. And then this is an older magnet, but a really important one. It went right to it. 43.25, I think, is that one. So I would expect that tomorrow more of these contracts will roll. Right now we're almost, there's 485 in the December, 485,000 and almost 310,000 in this January contract. So tomorrow the rest of these there will be a few that are still trading December, probably on Tuesday. But as this happens more and more, and they're buying into the next month's contract, which is the January one, then this will likely go up. And we saw that this morning where it went down and it hit a point down there about 41.20 and then never looked back. It's really easy to see these when you get these kind of things. This is why I say at the top and the bottom of the hour, check and see kind of where you are relative to what the market's doing, because this is really important. So let's see, we have a question here is, can I give us a demo of what the order entry would look like for the crude oil trade? Setting a trailing stop. Okay. What you need is, let me get this over here. To set up this this entry. Now you can use the chart trader. I can't find the silly numbers on there and I find it difficult. But go over here, new static superdome, and you get this static superdome. You have to set it to, like this one's on the 12, so we have to go down here and find the January one. So you have to have the correct contract on this. Then if you want to, however many contracts you want to take, let's just say you want to take one, and you want to decide how many ticks you are willing to take a loss on. Worst case scenario, if you were flat out absolutely wrong. It doesn't mean you're going to take them, because you can move this once it comes up on here. You can move it. But what you need to do is set it for some amount of ticks. Mine is set to 20. I would suggest you set your take profit on crude oil to 30 to 40. I have mine set at 35 right now, and I'm probably going to change that back to 40. The reason is, when you get a really good signal on crude oil, it can move. And if it moves faster than you're thinking it might move, what happens is you simply cannot get your take profit reset to a better take profit. So put it out there far enough so that if it does take off and really move in your direction, at least you're going to get enough ticks to have made that worth your while. And you won't sit there feeling like, wow, I only got 15 ticks and I wish I'd gotten, the thing went for 50 ticks. I wish I'd gotten more than 15. Well, sometimes there's just not a way you can get this out of the way, because it can move. And the other thing crude oil does is it makes these funny little bursts with a blast of contracts that come in. That's why I have the contract blocks set at 20. I believe they're set at 20. And the contracts are set at 5. I'll show you this. You go to properties, and right here, block size is 20 and filter size is 5. All the little onesies and the twosies and all that stuff, that doesn't matter. That's not going to move the market. That's you and me, what I refer to as the little people like us. But when you get somebody that's putting 43 contracts in there in one block blast, that is a significant amount for the market to absorb. So it takes a minute for this to repopulate. That's why it's blank right now. So anyway, once you put the numbers in here you want, then you right click right here, go to Manage ATM Strategies, and name this, let's just name this, for instance, CL1 contract, and we save it. So then that's what we've got in here. You have to start with this. If you have nothing in there, you have to start with it on custom. So now what we do is we go over here, and let's say we've decided, where's the market? The market is right about 76. Okay, this is a demo account, so I'm going to put a 75 on a stop right here. So we'll see if we get filled, and then I'll show you what happens here on the chart. Okay, what chart template is it that I am showing this on? I'm showing apex and magnets, gray and black. I don't know about black, but these kind of whitish looking ones right here, those are magnets that I have put on here, David. The trailing stop. Okay, now you got me with that. So because that trailing stop, that thing makes a nervous wreck out of me. I'm going to see if we can get take. I'm going to just go ahead and get a fill here if I can get one. We'll move this to 78 and see. There, we got a fill. Now, let's see if we can get this to show. Okay, now what we've got is we've got this showing right here. Okay, let's say that you have decided that you don't want to take this full 20 tick loss that we had on here. You think, you know what, the top of this P bar right here, that's all I'm willing to take. So you grab a hold of this thing and you pull it right down there to the top of that. And then you look at this and you know perfectly well that the crude oil bus driver does not go out in the middle of nowhere and turn around. So yes, we put in 35 ticks, but the more likely spot would be to take this and move it right here to one of these streets. And if this was earlier in the day and you wanted to move it down lower, wherever it is, and then you just sit and wait for the bus to get there and it will take you out. Okay, so I'm gonna close that. Charged us $10 to get out, but that's all right. Okay, so I hope that the trailing stop, go to the forum and put that trailing stop in the search and see. I don't like that thing. I want to be able to manage my trade and drag those bubbles where I want them to go, depending on what's happening in these other areas. So we got another question. Chart template. The showing the apex, the magnets, and the gray and black. David, the chart will absolutely work on any market, but the magnets are going to be different. These are specific magnets, price levels, because you're not going to see, for instance, the NQ trading at 43.25. So you'll have to. Okay, Brad, if you are placing your orders on futures and thinkorswim, I very strongly recommend to you that you start placing those orders in the NinjaTrader. You can put the thinkorswim as your brokerage into NinjaTrader. I'm not sure, you have to get the platform folk at NinjaTrader to help you do that. But the thing of it is, keep in mind, why does Apex use NinjaTrader for a platform? The reason is because everything is based on price movement, orders, in other words, orders. And we are tracking data tick by tick, which thinkorswim was never built to do that in the first place, and it does not do so. Trading futures on thinkorswim is something you might want to rethink. Options, absolutely, it's fabulous. Stocks with other stuff, but not futures. So, yeah, you'll get different entries and exits, that's for sure. So, the other thing, I had somebody asking me, because I know people right now are in the process of planning for the holidays, the upcoming holidays, and do we trade through the holidays, and is that a good time? Let's stop and think about this for a minute. We are, what, 6 weeks from the end of the year, more or less? Okay, and where is all of the enormous, huge, I mean, multi-millions and billions of dollars in the market held? It is held with hedge fund managers, mutual fund managers, the big bank funds, these people have enormous amounts of money. If you have ever invested in one of those funds, you get all these this little thing. It's called a prospectus, and it's got 7,000 pages of micro print that nobody's ever read, but you get it anyway. And if you ever take the time to read that, you will find that they are obligated, which is how that their basically their permission from the SEC was ever granted, is because they have laid out in there how much, either percentage or dollars or whatever it is, that they are supposed to be keeping in cash, that they are supposed to be keeping in X sector, Y sector, A sector, B sector, whatever it is. So they have to, by the end of the year, or whatever is their fiscal end for that, they have to be in compliance with all that fine print, or the SEC can come in and shut them down. And they are absolutely terrified that that will happen because there's no reason for it to. So they will start moving massive buys and sells in sorted in various markets to come into compliance with the obligations that they have to meet. The other thing is, at the end of the year, what do they really want? They want to look good. So whatever they have to do to buy and sell and get squeeze some more profit out of this, that, and the next thing to get their numbers up, they will do that as well. All this makes for wonderful trading opportunities because what moves the market? Orders move the market. Orders. This is the biggest aha of many that I ever got from Daryl. He is absolutely 100% right. It's not what the price of the whatever is. It's not this, that, the next thing. It's the orders. If the orders aren't there, the product is not going to move. It's just that simple. So between Christmas and New Year's, you're going to see a lot of that stuff happening. Everybody is at the last minute. It's, oh my goodness, I've got too many shares of this and too much of that, and I have to get out of these futures, and I got to get them. Oh my goodness, no. And so yes, that to answer the short answer to the question of trading between Christmas and New Year's, is that a good time to trade? Yes, it is. It is a wonderful time to trade. If you are a crude oil trader, I can also tell you that last Thanksgiving, at least, was the very best trading day for crude oil of the entire year. It's not a holiday anywhere else, just in the United States. So everybody else around the planet is business as usual. For the global commodities, crude oil, the currencies, all of this kind of stuff, this will all trade on Thanksgiving also. So last year, I kind of blew off Thanksgiving, and then I looked at my computer late in the afternoon, and I thought, gee, I wonder what crude oil did today. And it had moved almost $3. It was huge, and it was just in a steady stream. So if any of that's in your holiday plans, you might keep that in mind. While family goes shopping, you might just stay home and go trading. So the other thing I wanted to let you know is that the VIX seems to be coming down. I kind of feel like these indices, they've gone up. This morning I thought they were a little bit nervous. Maybe we'll see what happens tomorrow. But the big currency story here is the Japanese yen. I mean, it's just fallen out of it. It's gone to the bargain basement level. So anyway, this has been my view from my world in Apex land. And brought to you by Apex Investing. I'll see you in the morning. Thanks.